Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about misogyny. I don't know if all of you or some of you know what misogyny is, but misogyny is the hatred of women by men. And this play has often been scrutinized as a misogynistic play. There's a couple of things I want you to point out about this. At the very, I believe in Act 1, Scene 1, Hamlet says, "Frailty, thy name is woman." Hamlet has a real problem with his mother, and you can understand why. The problem with Gertrude is, it's not just that she married Claudius within 2 months of her husband dying, it's that she adored her husband Hamlet. It was as though she couldn't get enough of him. Whenever he'd leave for war, she would weep. And when he died, she was absolutely tormented with pain and anguish. And yet, 2 months, Claudius, Gertrude, a couple. His uncle is now his father. That's why we call him his funkle. Well, I call him his funkle. And so Hamlet is so angry at his mother because his mother, not only is she sleeping with Claudius, but she doesn't see the problem. It's like, why? What's wrong? I don't understand what the problem is. So Hamlet says, "Frailty, thy name is woman." Hamlet has a real issue with women in this play, and it's because he feels that they're weak. And the point I want you to also note is that the ghost told Hamlet, "Kill your funkle, but do not hurt your mother. Leave her to her own guilt and to God." So Hamlet has to obey that. But the scene between Ophelia and Hamlet, when Polonius and Claudius were behind the arras, Hamlet goes off on Ophelia when Ophelia returns to him whatever it is that she returned to him that were originally gifts from Hamlet to her. She says, "Take these, my lord. You're not the same person who gave these to me. I don't want them anymore." And he loses it. And he says, "Are you virtuous? Huh? Are you fine? Are you fair? Huh?" And what he means is this. He says, "You women drive me crazy." He said, "You cannot be beautiful and virtuous." Because here's the problem. If you're virtuous, which means if you're ethical and you have morals and you have standards and you maintain your virginity, and you're beautiful, physically beautiful, eventually you'll turn into a whore. You'll be used and abused because you're so beautiful that you'll become egotistical and conceited. I know of your paintings too well. Yes, I do. God has given you one face and you paint yourselves another. You jig, you amble, and you lisp, and you nickname God's creature, and you make your wantonness your, I'm sorry, I forget the line right now, I don't have it memorized, but your ignorance, you make your ignorance your wantonness. What he's saying is this. Hamlet says, "I hate you women. God gives you one face, and what do? You put makeup on. Why? Because you want to look so beautiful for all the men so you can trap them. You lisp. Back in the in Elizabethan times, if you lisp, it wasn't considered a speech impediment, which it is. It meant that you were sexually repressed, meaning you wanted to have lots of sex. You jig and you amble. Jigging and ambling means that you walk with a saunter, you swing your hips, and you bounce more than you have to. Why? Because you're trying to trap us men. You're trying to seduce us so you can devour us, so you can take our souls, so you can make us miserable. You nickname God's creatures. What he means by this is that you, instead of, that's a bird, not, "Oh, look at the birdie, cutie, birdie. That's a cat. Not, "Look at the kitty, witty. And you make your ignorance your wantonness, meaning you pretend to be dumb so that you make us feel smarter, so that you make us feel good about ourselves so that we'll want you. Oh my God, what's that thing again? Like, you put it in a glass, and like, it's clear, and like, you drink it, and it makes you feel like you're not thirsty anymore, and sometimes it comes out of the sky, but, oh yeah, water, oh my God, you're so smart." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that any of this is true. I'm just saying that Hamlet has a real problem with women, and he's angry. He's angry at Ophelia for leaving him, and he's angry at his mother for ditching his father. So Hamlet is in a really bad place right now. So I hope that helps you with some of the major themes and the plot summaries of Act 1 and 2. And yeah, let me know. Thanks, guys.